What's good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new chapter reaction, I guess. We are back once again with some manga, as you guys can read from the title. New one-shot for Assassin's Creed, dropped on Manga Plus. Of course, because it's Assassin's Creed, I, of course, jumped on that motherfucker real quick. So here we are, boys. You guys might remember last time anything we got Assassin's Creed manga related was, of course, that little crossover chapter it had with Vinland Saga, which I was shocked we actually got that far with that, so that was pretty cool. That chapter was really cool. So we got this. Of course, there's also the manga adaptation of Assassin's Creed Chronicles China as well that also got released earlier this year as well. So Assassin's Creed been making some moves in the manga realm. I'll definitely be reading the Assassin's Creed Chronicles China manga adaptation one day. Probably after I beat the game or something. Anyway, let's just jump right in. Assassin's Creed Cinders. Looks like this is going to be like some sort of like adaptation of AC2. You know, no surprise there. It's like it's probably the best received game or whatever. So let's just jump right in, man. My name is Ezio Auditore. I don't know if I should do Ezio's voice or not. Let's try him. When I was a young man, I had liberty, but I did not see it. You can probably tell I'm trying to do this Italian accent, but I'm probably failing horrifically. The art, I will say, does look really good, though. I dig the art style. Alright. Also, by the way, I'll leave a link to this down in the description box below if you guys want to read this yourself. It's available on Manga Plus. And I had love. Damn, yo, is this going through, like, Revelations? No shit, this is Revelations. Okay. So I guess this takes place maybe after Revelations? But I did not feel it. Now we got Brotherhood. I had time. When the man got his arms up from that trailer. You're next. Running. Running. But I did not know it. Alright, now we got his birth. Oh wait, wasn't there actually like an anime movie called AC Cinders that was like what Ezio was doing when he trained what's her name from China's Chronicles from Chronicles China? I think this might actually just be a manga adaptation of that actually. 3 decades would pass. Come over here, Felva? I'm probably butchering that, Felva. Could I get your name? Might you be Mrs. Sartor? Sartor? Yes. Yes, that's me. I heard tell of this place from Miss Caluda? I'm butchering all these names. Forgive me, I haven't introduced myself. I am... Okay, just cut to this. Okay. Heavens me, heavens me, to think you so heroically venture to the treasure house in Masiafi? Did I say that? That journal must have been fraught with peril. At any rate, I can't believe Ezio never told me you two were acquainted. I swear. Before I understood the meaning of all three, Assassin's Creed Cinders, of youth and defeat. Who does the art for this actually? Let's head home, Flavia. Falv? Oh. Hey, Mr. Da Vinci! Hey, we got my boy Leonardo da Vinci! Let's go! How you doing, bruv? It's good to see you again. Good to see you. We haven't seen you since Revelations. It was out of consideration for me, I imagine. Never mind that, Mr. Da Vinci. I heard you passed away in France. I faked it. I crafted a life-size dummy identical to me in appearance. Such thing was child's play to me. Of course it was, Leonardo. Of course it fucking was. I left all of my... The hell? TV glitching out a little bit there, low-key. I left all of my inheritance to my pupil of mine. Salia? Salia? I think I said that. As such, I'm now nothing more than an old daughter, do, dotard, whatever, and a humble traveler. That aside, where is Ezio? Ezio passed away from a heart attack last year. Damn. My man went out with a heart attack. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about my boy Ezio going out by a heart attack. Don't know how I feel about that. He was staring at me and Flavia with a sincere look on his face. I see, so he was watched over by his family during his final moments. I'm happy to hear that. I was worried, you see. Ezio had always roamed the boundaries between life and death. I had to wonder whether that day would come when he would find rest. For a seeker after the truth, there is no end. I was that way too once. Is that like a hidden blade? What is that? This is power. This is a power brace I invented. Think of it as an artificial muscle, as artificial muscles that help my arm bend by adjusting the air compression. To tell you the truth, it was I who improved Ezio's hidden blade. However, my lame arm has reminded me that what I can do is quite limited now. Yeah. Hold on, put my phone on silent. As an inventor, I've been engraved in various fields, and I have gained a fair amount of status as a result. Yet I don't even know how it is the grapes with which I am stuffing my cheeks grown in fruit. And so I got the urge to venture forth and simply see the world as it truly is, or rather what little of the world is visible to me. Mr. Da Vinci, I get the feeling you and Ezio are cut from the same cloth. This is the last letter that Ezio left behind. By all means, I'd like you to read it. The hour has grown late. I'll prepare your bed. Please stay the night here. Hey, so now we're back to Assassin's Creed 2. Listen, Da Vinci, could you show me one day? Nisi? What's that say? Nisi, whatever. Could you show me the truth at the heart of this world? The true way of the world that I would never be able to grasp. Behold, for tonight, Venetia. Sorry, after watching JoJo Part 5, I gotta pronounce it Venetia. Don't want that dude coming down and like caving my skull in. Venetia. Excuse me. Marx makes merry. But it's just a shower of sparks. These bright lights will burn out, leaving only cinders in their wake. Cinders! But yo, this art is really good, though. I wonder whether my seemingly fruitful struggle too will end one day. What will you bring? What will you leave behind? Alright, Da Vinci wakes up. Alright, my man's doing some painting. Okay, I fucks with that. May I sit next to you, princess? Sure, I don't mind. Is that your mother? Yes. But I can't seem to draw her the way I want. Tell me, what do I need to do to get good? To get good, Mr. Da Vinci. She's supposed to get good. You're very skilled already. It should remain the way it is. It's fine. It's fine the way it is. Now my man's arm just makes a hidden blade for brushes now. Nice. Wow, that's amazing. I made it so that I can jot things down even amidst my travels. That's smart, actually. When I was a young man, I had liberty. But I did not see it. I had time, but I did not know it. I had love, but I did not feel it. Many decades would pass before I understood the meaning of all three. And now the twilight of my life. The understanding has passed into contentment. Love Liberty. Yo, wait, is that actually his sister? I'm assuming, because that looks like Ezio from like 2 are brothers. I'm assuming that's his sister. What the fuck was her name? Claudia, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think it was like Claudia or something. I know it started with like a C. And died. Ezio and Leonardo. Hey, yeah, we got Revelations. My man was his 50s, but my man still got it. once so disposable. Hey, the apple of Eden. Where's my apple? There's, yep, my apple we got from that Assassin's Creed collector's box. The apple of Eden. Love this thing. Alright, and doing his course, the leap of faith. Are the fuels that drive me forward. Hey, it's the chick from Chronicles China. Nice. And love most especially. Miyakara. Hey, my man. Keep this between us. If your father were still throwing himself into Peril's lap, I intended to invite him to travel with me. But it appears that was never necessary. Ezio found what he sought. For you, our children. So my man Ezio had kids. He had a wife and a kid. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. I wonder who wrote this actually. Our brothers, for you, our children, our brothers and sisters, and for the vast and wonderful world that gave us life and keeping us guessing. Endless affection, Mia Sophia. Mr. Da Vinci? Where'd he go? Forever yours. Wow! Ezio Auditore. Mom! Of youth and defeat. Man, that was awesome. That was fucking awesome, man. That was an amazing. Like, I know to some people this might not mean, but for us old heads, or like us hardcore AC fans that were like engulfed into the Ezio trilogy, love that shit. We were all in that. We loved Ezio. We loved the modern day Desmond and all that shit. Seeing like a conclusion. Now I know there was also an anime movie as well. I don't know if that one was also called Cinders, and I know talked about Ezio when he was like around the end of his life, training the chick that would end up being, that was in Chronicles China. So I don't know how much of that is adapted from that is adapted here. This is completely original. What I want to know is why there's no damn credits. I want to know who wrote this. I want to know who drew this. Come on, tell me. But for us old heads on Assassin's Creed, man, this was fucking amazing. It's so nice seeing what Ezio did at the end of his life. Seeing, he had a wife and he had a kid. They were like chilling and had like their own little farm, whatever. And you got Leonardo out there, man. This feels like the perfect end. Like Revelations was a great end to Ezio's trilogy, but this feels like the epilogue to that trilogy. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing, man. I know I'm biased, and I'm, and then probably for most of you, this probably more, but for us Assassin's old AC heads, man, for us hardcore Ezio fans, us, Ezio trilogy fans, this is amazing. This is awesome. And whoever wrote this and drew this, man, I tip my hat to you, whether it was people at Ubisoft or they got some Japanese dudes doing this, whoever was in charge of this, man, like I said before, I tip my hat to you. This was amazing. This was absolutely amazing, man. This was fun. This was really fun. I enjoyed this, man. I don't know who drew this, actually, though. Anyway, guys, that's where we're going to end this video off. Overall, I give the Assassin's Creed Cinders a 10 out of fucking 10. So anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you like, if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you like it. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time. You